So we can confirm that overnight a 16-year-old male was charged by police. He faced court this morning in relation to the charges for the first appearance. There was an application for bail. I'm sorry I can't give you the details of the result of that bail application at this particular point in time. Inquiries at the hospital have been conducted by police. We can confirm that the victim in this matter is still in the intensive care unit, but is doing well and recovering.
And in terms of the, I suppose, relationship between the pair, we heard yesterday that they were complete strangers. Is there anything to, I suppose, determine why this happened?
That's still part of our ongoing investigation as to what would have motivated a young person to do something like this. So we are still following up on the background of this young person. We'll still be interviewing a number of witnesses, and despite the charges, the investigation is ongoing.
Was this person known to police?
No.
And is it correct that he handed himself into police?
No, that's not correct. The young person presented at a local solicitor's firm, and then police were directed to that location after that.
And in terms of, I suppose, the injuries suffered by this woman, she underwent surgery yesterday, is that
Yes,
right?
she did, yes.
Will she make a recovery?
Yes, she will make a recovery. Obviously, she's going to bear some fairly significant physical scars. The lacerations were quite deep. However, it also a concern for her ongoing mental welfare. It would have been a harrowing experience and quite frightening.
The tradespeople who came to aid seem to think that she was incredibly lucky that that the attack may have gotten very close to some arteries. Are you able to elaborate on that?
Sorry, I can't give you any further sort of medical details in relation to her injuries other than they weren't life-threatening. However, they were significant lacerations to her body.
Would you consider her lucky?
Absolutely. Very unlucky in a sense that this has happened to her, but extremely lucky and extremely fortunate that she's still with us.
How is she going mentally? Is she still in shock about it all?
We haven't had an opportunity to speak to her as she's still recovering in hospital.
And in terms of those two tradies that offered assistance after she kind of approached that construction site, I mean, they're being hailed kind of local heroes.
Absolutely. It would have been a confronting scene for them. It was absolutely something that they wouldn't have expected to occur at all in the nature of their day-to-day work, and for them to respond so quickly and provide aid in the way that they did was commendable.
When you say you're interviewing witnesses, did anyone actually physically see it?
No, it was an isolated, deserted beach at that particular point in time. When I talk about witnesses, we're obviously talking about people who knew the young person and whether they'd expressed any prior motivations or issues of concern.
Is there any potential that this was terrorist inspired or?
No evidence of any of that at this particular point in time.
We heard the weapon mentioned as a dagger and as a knife. Can you confirm what it was?
We've seized a bladed weapon, that's all I can tell you at this particular point in time.
Would you be warning people to maybe not go out alone in Mackay?
No. As far as any sort of public response, the last thing that we want is for people to feel that they are restricted in their movements or that they're unsafe. These sorts of things are an exception. They happen so rarely. They're the reasons why we talk about them now. The fact that it's happened here is devastating, but at the same time, it's not an indication of a lack of safety here in Mackay at all.